structure of this now, so all the creation stuff is at the same place. That way it'll be easier to work with. I guess we'll start from the beginning. So, create weapon list, create status window. Create action window. Create gold and level up window. Then we need to pull up the create donor weapon list and refine and synthesize windows as well. So refine. Let's make this a little bit easier. So there's our refine window. Create synth window. So donor should already be up here. Alright, so what we're going to do with this now is not on the first one, but we are going to do it on these, which is this dot underscore hide, or this underscore wep act wind hide, and this underscore wep. Well, it should just need to do hide. It shouldn't be activated. So let's use hide on all these. We'll fix the window names after we get them all in there. Alright, synthwind. Refine window, open donor list window, level up window, gold window, and action window, which is fine. Alright, so that should hide those. Now, the weapon list was not getting, didn't have any data in it, so I think we need to pass through the, I think we just need to call it, well, let me see. So, let's dot refresh. Build com list on refresh drill items. Build com list is based off of game weapons, which is fine. Are we calling refresh on that? So we don't need to if we are. Technically, we shouldn't be calling refresh from inside of it, but no, just show and activate in the help window show. Okay. Okay, there we go. We got our swords, our weapons. The info window's not showing up because we are sending an ID. That ID is being processed to a weapon because we need to call webstat window fresh from within the set now. So actually what we need to do is we need to grab this. Not the whole thing, just the end part of it. So weapon list, select. I know we are calling it from there. Okay, so game party when oh, maybe because we need to pass through just the ID. And we come to the status window, set weapon, Yeah, that was it. It should have been throwing an error, but it didn't. Seems to be the new black is JavaScript not throwing any errors, or no errors being thrown when they should be thrown in general. Okay, there we go. So that's updating now. Good. So the first two screens and uses of them are working. Select. It's not a function. Prepare window on weapon act window. Like I said, there's when you make changes of this magnitude, there's always going to be stuff you got to fix. That's why I try not to do them so much. Sometimes you just have to. I think that this is one of those times because we had to. I think that we were creating all these windows, and that's why, you remember, like I was saying, that it's like the handles are like losing their references to the windows that they were created with. Well, that might be because we're creating a new window with them, and so the old window is getting lost. It's becoming an orphan, basically. And we can't access it, and that's why that stuff was staying open. But we'll see if that actually is the case or not. That's my hunch. So, column list, help, set weapon. Okay, there isn't a prepare, is there? Should there be? Because we have to set the weapon, and we're not passing it through, so there should be a prepare where we are calling, well, no. Yes. No, yes, no. No. We just set the weapon, then we call refresh. So on weapon select, I deactivate. Good. We are calling the stuff we need to, but we just didn't need the prepare window there. Oh, actually, that reminds me then, on any other ones, let's check to make sure we're not doing that again. On like any of the ones where we go back to it. So, act window. So, if we do a level up, we should do another. We should update the weapon if we do a level up to it. If we don't, then it's okay not to. We really don't need to update weapon, we just need set. And it makes more sense in terms of like the so here, why are we refreshing action window 4? Shouldn't be. Up stat wind, gold wind refresh. Let's take that out. So on select cancel. It's fine. On synth OK. We are updating it, showing refreshing. Okay. In fact, there may not even be an update on that, an update function, so that might have thrown an error. Let's go check. If there is, I'm going to get rid of it though, because you don't really need an update. It makes more sense in terms of like the process and the name of it in the process, but overall, you don't really need it. It's just a duplicate functionality of set. So we do have set weapon. I did not see an update weapon though. So yeah, that would likely have caused a error. Not likely it would have, because it doesn't exist. Okay, now let's see what else breaks here. Yay, you can have property refresh of undefined. What the hell? That didn't happen before. Act window. Refresh. Oh, typo. It's lowercase w. Line 416. Sometimes I wish there was just like an IDE for JavaScript. There probably is. Let me actually go see, because that would help with a lot of these damn typos. JavaScript IDE. WebStorm, Komodo, brackets. Let's see. Let's check slant. So Visual Studio Code, WebStorm. Of course, that's not free. What is this? NeoVim? Not stable. Sublime Text isn't an IDE. It's just a text editor. Yeah, not a full foot. Yeah, exactly. This guy's got it right. This guy's a disturbed face. It's not a bloody IDE, so don't list it. It's just a text editor that has some extra features. Atom. Built-in package management, relatively slow and able to handle large files. Packages sometimes conflict. Non-integrated debugging, that's fine. Wouldn't need that. Resource hog. Doesn't handle our right to left text. Well, don't need that. Bad auto-completion. Okay, yeah, screw that. IntelliJ idea. Vim. Oh, Vim, that thing. I don't know what it is for Vim. Vim is like this, Vim is a software developer's idea of a text editor. Basically, it's like you have to program it to actually use it first. It is so stupid. You can't even open a file without like doing some weird crap with it. PHP Storm. Spacemax. Emacs. Brackets. Slow down after installing more than 20 extensions. Functionality, let's see. Time. NetBeans. Written in Java is the top con. I want to write something in JavaScript, but I don't want to write it in an editor IDE that's written in Java. Okay, Visual Studio. Let's source layer. Is it just me or does source layer look like they ripped off Sublime Text? And even down to the window formatting, unless that's not a correct image for it. Alright, let's give NetBeans a try. Okay. So, I want to download... What the hell are all these? Oh, wait, seriously? So there is no one NetBeans download that handles everything at once. Oh, all. Okay, there's one. Except there's no 64 for it, but I guess that's fine. Oh, down here. Keep forgetting Chrome opens up stuff down here. Used to using WaterFox. Decided to move to Chrome for because WaterFox was well, I probably should have updated. Probably should update it, but it was doing weird things. And I've gotten used to using Chrome from work, so. Alright, NetBeans, let's get you installed. So I'm sick and tired of Sublime Text. No compatible JDK was found. Well, that's fine, because I'm not going to be working with JavaScript, with Java, so. Do not care. Let's do a customize. I'm just going to take off those Groovy, Java Card 3, Connect, Features on Demand. Okay. Oh, okay, we'll take off Glassfish then. Open source, what does this actually do? A server for development and deployment of Java, okay, it's Java E stuff. I also don't need that. So that system I built last weekend was my first AMD system that I built. The heatsink connector is really strange. It almost doesn't, it almost looks like it doesn't give it enough. You wouldn't think it would give it enough, pressure on the CPU, but I guess it does. I guess it's just because I'm used to the Intel jack it down as far as it'll go until you almost break the the motherboard kind of pressure on the CPU. But I haven't heard back from them saying that it's died or anything, so it was a Ryzen 1300X with 8 gigs of RAM. I think I mentioned this on another stream, but mini ITX board, ASRock AB350, I think. The 8 gigs of RAM, Ryzen, and then a GeForce 710. PCIe card. I forget exactly. It's 710s, and there's like another thing like a. I'll just call it a smashed down version. Something that means that I can't think of it at the moment. Also, my first time ever using NVIDIA for those. I couldn't find a cheaper AMD card to use for that, so it only cost me $45, so it's pretty good deal. But for my system, when I build it, it's either probably going to be an 1800X or whatever the equivalent is when I decide to build it, or maybe a Threadripper, but we'll have to see. Threadrippers are pretty expensive, but, well, They are expensive, but they're also twice as powerful as the X line of the Intel CPUs. Yay, we're installing null. Awesome. What the hell? That is awesome. I've never seen that before in an installer. Please wait while we install null onto your system. Please be aware that that blue screens may be common. JDKs are missing during required of some net. Okay. So I guess I need to install. Well, it doesn't tell you what modules though. Oh, GK, DK. Software development, Java development kit. Well, that's for Java. Well, then again, okay, that's awesome. Your page, Oracle, your page is broken, or you've really done it crappily. So JDK installation for Windows. I have no clue what the hell that page is. It's just like, what the crap. So, JDK. Oh, that's SE. We want the, oh no, wait. Java development kits. So I guess we're gonna have to restart this then. So this is completed successfully, even though the modules. So maybe it was just like a message saying that we had to install it, not that it wasn't installing something because of it. Yeah, that installer kind of makes me suspicious of NetBeans. The last time I used this, and I can't remember when it was like a, it's total. So I'm starting to remember now that I hated NetBeans the last time I tried to use it. Maybe they've made it better since then. That was like 9 years ago or something. It's for HTML course during college. Wow, that took forever. Oracle's website must have really crappy bandwidth. Let's install everything. Hopefully it doesn't need 32-bit in order to work properly. Otherwise I'll have to reinstall this again. Enable Java content in the browser. Oh, there's no non-64-bit version of JDK, so I guess that settles that. Solaris Spark? What the hell is Solaris? All this for proper variable name detection. There's probably a plugin for Sublime Text to do that, but Alright, and then we're going to reinstall NetBeans. So no Java, no Groovy, none of that. Okay, so yeah, we don't need to reinstall it. It's already installed. Instead of it saying that, if we try to run it, it'd probably fail because we didn't have JDK installed. Alright, NetBeans, let's see if you work. Alright, it seems to work. So let's create a new project. Guess it doesn't really matter what we create it for as long as it has the JavaScript stuff in it. So, we'll just call it AWP. No templates, tools, package JSON, whatever. I don't really care about that stuff. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw this stuff in here. So new JavaScript file. Finish. Okay. Really? Oh, that's semicolon after test. No, it doesn't detect that that's not correct. What about test? Nope. Wow. So let's see if there's something we can turn on to make it work the way an IDE should. So NetBeans, so what would that be called? Turn on JavaScript. NetBeans, JavaScript variable checking. So the problem is that I have a variable that doesn't exist. We haven't initialized it or anything, but it's not detecting that it's wrong. Well, let's throw in this file and see if it actually will detect that things are not right. So what do we got here? Global variable is not Windows selectable, is not declared. Game party is not defined, not declared. Sync semicolon.